Before we move on to our next song, I want to recognize some aspects of our students on the stage before you that are very important to the success of our program. The first of which, if you notice in your program, would be those students that are involved in private lessons. Our private lesson program is a huge part of what we do. Now that these kids are thrust into large groups, they don't get the individual attention that they got in their beginner year. And the private lessons really help hone their fundamentals, push them further, give them more knowledge that's very instrument specific. We have a huge private lesson staff with professionals on each instrument, sometimes multiple teachers on an instrument because we have so many kids taking lessons throughout the cluster at Cross Timbers, Howard, and Summit. And so we have many kids involved in that. So I'd like to recognize those students that are involved in private lessons. I want to take a little bit of time to visually acknowledge that and acknowledge that to you because you understand the importance of those lessons and the dedication that these students have is reflected in your support of that, so we thank you for that. We also had this past weekend our all-district auditions, our Mansfield all-district auditions, which are basically a practice audition for the all-region auditions coming up in 2.5 weeks. So since the beginning of the school year, these kids, along with some of our kids in symphonic and concert band, have been preparing 9 different scales, plus their chromatic scale, plus 2 etudes, which is the musical term for a study or a small work. One of which is lyrical, smooth and pretty, and another that's technical, fast, and has a lot of firm articulation in it. And so they've been working on these, coming to sectionals, practicing them at home, doing tests during class. And we had our all-district auditions this last week, and I'm proud to say that we had, I believe, 30 kids make the band, and I think it was 49 with the alternates, which is another outstanding showing for the Howard Band program. So I'd like to recognize those students that made the all-district band. Please stand up. They don't know I was going to do this, but I thought I would give a little special recognition. They're competing against 6 middle schools, and for them to make that is a huge accomplishment. We had 2 students that actually came out first chair, best on their instrument in the entire district, and that is Sophie Henry and Tiffany Yang. Please stand up.